Hey guys, this is Al Ambrose, and I am making this webinar recap for Donna Longwa from TLC. Now, Donna and I have been friends for years. We've been in multiple businesses together, and when she recruited me for TLC, I told her that Donna, I was coming on board because of our relationship, and also I know that everything she does it well. Now, she recruited me and she also wanted me to do a training because she knows that I do a lot of social media marketing. I help a lot of companies online to make money with social media marketing. And I have a lot of clients who I show how to automate their system so they can make money on an ongoing basis. Now, Donna and I have been in multiple businesses together. We've been friends for years. And when your friend asks you to do something for them, you do it, and you do it quickly. All right, so let's get started. This is Donna, and this is her $20,000 check. I want to tell you a little story about Donna and this $20,000 check. So Donna tells me, she says, Al, I'm in this program. It's called TLC. I want you to join. I say, Donna, well, I'm interested in joining, but here's the thing. I have other stuff that I'm doing right now, so send me the information. Well, Donna, she sends me the information. I look over and I say, wow, this is an amazing company. A little while later, Donna calls me up and says, Al, I just made about $20,000 and I'm picking up my check in Atlanta. And the lady who is standing next to me in this picture, Chandra Pittman, she also made a lot of money. And I said, well, how much did she make, Donna? She said, the lady standing next to me made $100,000. So if you look at this picture, you see Sandra's very happy here. She's smiling, Donna's smiling. And then so what happens is they told me, Al, you need to make a video and explain to the people how they can make money using automated systems, because this is how Sandra made her money using automated systems. So I said, Donna, that's not a problem. I will do that. And we're going to start with the 7 easy steps for social media marketing. All right, so let's get started. Step number 1, when you start doing social media marketing, one of the things is people are looking at so many different social media marketing channels. They're thinking about YouTube, Twitter, Google+, Tumblr, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and there's so many more. What I tell people is basically you have got to pick 4 that work for you. Okay, so what happens is with me, I use YouTube, I use Twitter, I use Google+, and then I use Facebook. Don't really use Tumblr, don't really use LinkedIn, don't really use Pinterest. Now, it's not saying that there's anything wrong with any of those, but I just don't really use them for my social media marketing. And it's because I have a different philosophy about my social media marketing. I believe that social media marketing should be social. You should be able to talk to people like they're your best friends, and you should be able to be open with people, and you should be able to share information and not just try to sell people products and services. People should be able to look at your videos or look at your content and get a sense of who you are. So that is the element of the social media in social media marketing. Now, the other thing is I also have a different philosophy because I don't want to be stressed out. I believe that I am my best person, or my best self, I should say, when I am not stressed out. So I choose things that make me happy. I don't do things that make me unhappy. Okay, so I know making YouTube videos makes me happy, sending out tweets make me happy, posting to Google Plus makes me happy, and also posting to Facebook makes me happy because it's easy to do. Okay, so those are the things that I focus on. All right. Number 2, automate with social media management sites. Now, one of the things is when you have a lot of different accounts or a lot of different services that you have signed up for, one of the things that happens is you feel like, wow, I'm overwhelmed. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you choose a social media management site that allows you to do the things that you want to do, but it's automated. Okay? So one of the sites that I use is a site called If This Then That. It's ifttt.com. So it's IF and 3 T's. Okay? Now, what happens is on this site, you'll be able to set up what they call recipes. Now, the reason why the site is called If This Then That, it works with a very simple coding equation. It's basically if I do this, then that happens. So if I post a video on YouTube, I also want that video posted on my Twitter account. Okay, so it sets up a little bits of programming code that you can just put in the information for your Facebook account, and it'll also post something on your Twitter account, and you put in the information for your Twitter account. Or if you are doing searches for something, one of the things that I use it for is if I'm looking for something on Craigslist, let's say. And what happens is I don't want to check Craigslist every day for that thing, but if somebody posts what I'm looking for on Craigslist, it'll send me an email letting me know that someone just posted that thing that I've been looking for, and so now I can contact that person to buy it, or look at that and see whether that's the one I want. So this is a great way to automate your system. If this, then that. All right, another service is called TweetDeck. Now, TweetDeck allows you to control multiple Twitter accounts. This is one of the great secrets of traffic generation. Twitter basically makes it possible for you to not have to pay for traffic anymore if you use TweetDeck. And then you need to have multiple Twitter accounts. And if you have multiple Twitter accounts, then and with different interests, then what happens is you get a good cross section of followers that then you can then market to, share information with, and then you can drive traffic to anywhere on the web. All right. Now, Twitter feed is another service. It's kind of like if this then that, but it only deals with posting stuff on Twitter. So what I use it for is, like, I have a website that has an RSS feed, and what happens is when something new is posted on the site, what happens is Twitter feed sends it out to several Twitter accounts that I also control. So it basically makes my job automated. So I don't even have to promote the thing. It just makes it so it's automatically done. Now, here's also another service called Hootsuite. Now, Hootsuite allows you to link to several different social media accounts, Facebook, Twitter, and some other ones, just so that you can make posts, and it will send them out to multiple accounts that you have. So that's how you automate that. And then there are also other social media management sites, but these are the ones that I like using, and I use them on an ongoing basis. All right, number 3. We're going to look at number 3. All right, number 3, video is king. We talked about the importance of making video, how critically important it is. Imagine, if you will, you have the ability to create an employee that will work for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that constantly talks about how wonderful you are, how amazing your company is, how everything you do is excellent and above the rest. Now imagine that person refuses to take a salary, doesn't want to go see their grandmama, doesn't want to go on vacation. All they want to do, all they live for in life, is to promote you. Now, that is what video is. Video has that ability. And so what happens is when you create video, online video, you're basically creating a sales force that works for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, doesn't take a vacation, doesn't call off sick, doesn't ask for a raise, just does what you need it to do. Now, just imagine that you also have the ability to create multiple videos on multiple channels, and they all do the same thing. Could you see your revenue increase if that were the case? Well, that's what happens with video. So most people say, well, I don't want to make video because I don't want people to see me. I haven't gotten my hair done. I haven't gotten my hair cut. I didn't get my makeup done, or all this other stuff, or the kids are screaming in the background, or whatever. But the reality of the situation is that if you make video, you don't have to make it in your own house. You can make it on location. You can have it at a park. You can make it in your car. You can make it when the kids are going to sleep. You can make it early in the morning before they wake up. So the point is that you don't even have to do it with your hair done. You can put a hat on. Okay, people are not concerned about you per se. They're concerned about how you can help them to accomplish their goals in life, how you can help them to better their business, how you can help them to make more money, how you can help them to take the vacation of their dreams. Okay, so that's what you need to focus on, and you need to focus on it in a way that's not focused on you, but focused on how you can help other people, and video is king for that. All right, now number 4, answer important questions in a fun way. One of the things here is that when you're doing social media marketing, you want to tell people basically stories. You want to explain stuff in a story form. It's interesting. I was talking to some people who just called me about doing social media marketing, and one of the people was explaining that they were a little afraid of doing video. And I said to them, well, it's not about the product, and it's not about selling a product. And then I said that here's the thing. All products are sold with stories. If you tell a story and if you do it in a fun way, then people will listen. We have an innate desire to hear the end of a story. Okay? So what happens is when you start telling a child a story and then you cut it off halfway, they always want to know what happened, what's going on, can you finish the story? And adults are the same way. So what happens is you tell them your story. Why did you get started with this business? Why did you get started in the opportunity that you're in? What is great about the product? What did it change in your life? What happened after 5 days? What happened after 10 days? With TLC, you're talking to them about what happened after 5 days of drinking the tea and how you lost 5 pounds. Most people can tell you that story because it actually happened to them. All right. So you want to just talk to them about some of the things that you had. You were thinking to yourself, oh, this thing is not going to work. But when it worked, you were surprised, and tell people what it meant to you to hop on that scale and realize that you had lost 5 pounds by just drinking a tea. Okay. Now, that's an important thing. So what happens here is you want to answer people's questions in a fun way. It doesn't mean that you have to answer their questions by doing like a question format, like a question and answer format. You want to answer the questions in stories. So when someone gives you a question, you say, all right, well, let me tell you a story. And then that makes it very easy for people to relate to what you are talking about. All right. Now let's look at number 5. Ask for input from your clients and friends. Okay. One of the best ways to sell people is not to actually sell them. Here's the thing. When I have 2 marketing strategies that I'm looking at, I will say, look, here's the thing. I have this great product that helps people to lose weight, and all they have to do is drink the tea and they start losing weight. How should I market that? to people? Should I come from the perspective of how much weight they're going to lose, or there's a business component of it that talks about the money that can be made? Which one should I talk about? Let me have your input. And then your friends say, "Whoa, well, give me the pitch and let me know which one will work for me. Let me hear the pitch." And so you talk to them about the ideas that you have, and then by you sharing with them your ideas and you coming to them and asking them the questions and seeking the information, you're actually marketing to them. And they may be interested in signing up because now they know that not only can they lose weight with this product, but they can also make money by sharing it with other people. You let them know that they get a free website and with that, and you say, do you think that's a good thing, or do you think that people will like that? And they say, yeah, I think people would like that. And then you ask them questions like, well, what do you think the key selling point needs to be? And they'll tell you what the key selling points needs to be. And that way you can use social media to refine your research and refine your marketing, and also get new clients and friends as customers. All right. And then number 6, get content ideas from, that should be the internet. Let's put it in. The internet. All right. So get content ideas from the internet. What happens here is that if you are looking for something new and you're constantly saying to yourself, what can I do to market? What can I do? I don't have any ideas. This is what I do. I follow the top leaders in an industry and I look at what they're doing. Now, I noticed a pattern, and this is the pattern that I notice with top leaders in any industry. What happens is those top leaders do training. Those top leaders share what they're doing. Those top leaders engage their audience. Those top leaders just share their story. And so when you start doing that and you start looking for ideas, you look for people that are on the internet that are doing what you're trying to do. And then what you do is just copy what they're doing. Now, you have to do it in your own style, your own way. You don't want to force yourself into being exactly like them. But the point is, you can take little nuggets, little things, little gems from them. And then what you can do is integrate it into your own style and your own way of doing things. And then amazing things start happening with your business. All right. And then number 7. Track the source of your sales and clients using email. It is so important that you do that. Now, here's the way that I do things related to my business. A lot of people are interested in building a list. And they're interested in having lots of names and numbers and stuff like that. And they direct people to a squeeze page where they can then call these people or email these people or set them up on an autoresponder where they can constantly send them 5, 6, 7 emails about the opportunity. And that is a great marketing strategy. I don't necessarily do that, and I'll tell you why. Here's the thing. I am only interested in working with people who want to work. Okay? So what I do is I do something a little different. I put ads out for employment or an employment opportunity or a business opportunity on Craigslist or other different online free classified sites. And what I do is I do it locally, and I target the customer service area because I am looking for people who are customer service oriented or people. Okay? And what I do is I put out an ad, explain to them that I'm looking for a lot of people. And usually I say 75, 100, 125, 130 people. Now, the reason I don't say I'm looking for a person is because people, what we call self-disqualify. And this is what they do. They say stuff like, well, he said he was looking for a person. I just saw the ad today and it's been up for three days. They already probably found the person that they're looking for. and they don't call, they don't submit their information, they just self-disqualify. Okay, but if I put in a large number, they say, well, they couldn't have filled all of those vacancies. I'm going to submit my information. And typically what I ask for is a resume. Now, the reason why I ask for a resume is because I want them to give me all of their information at once. I don't want them to feel like they have to type in their name and have and get bombarded with a whole bunch of emails giving them information about the company. I want them to send me their resume, and it has their name, typically their telephone number, their email address, and a lot of times it has their home address. Now I have all the information about that person, and I also have some of the information about their work history. So if I call them, if I choose to call them, then what happens is I have enough information about that person that I can have an intelligent conversation with them about their experiences. And I say, hey, I see you worked at Grainger. You're used to seeing a lot of people each day. What was your favorite part about working at Grainger? And then they say, well, I like dealing with the people and so on and so forth. And I said, well, how about the commute? Well, did you have to go in? He says, no, I didn't like driving into work. He says, well, great, because this opportunity allows you to stay at home and still make money. Are you comfortable with just a 3-minute commute to your living room or your office? And they usually say yes. And then so what happens is we let them know about that. And the way that we actually set up the system is so that we set up an autoresponder right in their email. Now, it's not an autoresponder that they have to pay a monthly fee for. Actually, there's 2 ways we do it. We either show them how to do it themselves, or we set it up for them and they just pay us a one-time fee, and it's set up automatically for them on an ongoing basis. So what happens is it allows them to collect the resumes, but it also sends people information out automatically about the company or the opportunity, and then they sign up because it links them to videos. It does all the selling and telling for them, and then it gives them a link to click, and then people sign up, and then they use the exact same system to recruit their team members, and they see how it works on an ongoing basis. So that's how it works. Now, this video was for people in TLC, but you can basically use it for any business that you're in. If you are looking for a way to have your system automated, you can contact me or contact the person who shared this video with you. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. This is Al Ambrose. I'm out. Have a great one.